Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com with my new super cool cup that I got this week at the pop-up market. But today is Sunday, May the 22nd, and I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Welcome, happy Sunday to everyone. If you are brand new, please let us know because we would love to welcome you. And to the rest of you, I am going to try and get on so that I can see what you are saying. And awesome, it is letting me on first try tonight. Thank you, Facebook. Okay, so hello, Sherry. Hello to everybody. I hope y'all had a fantastic week. And I hope you all notice that I sound almost completely normal now. So I am super pumped about sounding completely normal now. Hello, John from home base. Good to see you. I'll see you again here in a little bit. Hello, Sylvia. Kim is sneaking in. We had another scorcher here in Knoxville. So again, it went from hello, Elaine. Good to see you. Hello, Kim. It went, and hello, Carol Lou. So it went from sort of spring-like weather, boom, straight into summertime. So hello, Orlando Debbie. And I know it has been a scorcher in Florida, I am sure. And hello, Sandra from Demon's Ferry. Yes, thank you. I got this super cool cup at our pop-up market this weekend. If you are also a proud small business owner, I got this for $5. Let me know and I can hook you up. And hello, let's see, Lynette is sneaking here from South Carolina. Hello, Lynette. Hello, Mary Ann from Pennsylvania. Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Again, this is chat number 273. Hello, Myrna. I haven't seen you in forever. I hope you are doing well. It's chat number 273, and this one is titled Squeeze Some Movement Into Your Day. Hello, Lynn. Good to see you. Oh, no. Wait, what? Debbie says they had tornadoes last night. Like y'all actually had tornadoes last night? So I'm assuming those were not allowed anywhere near Disney and that you were okay. Okay, yeah, Debbie says she is, well, they are safe. So, you know, there's like some kind of magical vortex around Disney. And Debbie, I know you don't live at Disney. Some magical vortex around it to keep, you know, storms from hitting it. But anyway, hello, Kathy. I'm glad you were okay, Debbie. I'm glad everyone around you is okay. And hello, Linda from Rock Island. Let's see. Oh, and Kathy's there, and the kitties are watching. Hello, kitty cats, and hello, Lisa. Oh no, Lisa said the weather is killing her. Off with the air, and in comes the heater. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly true. Yeah, so it is May the 22nd. Hello, Sandy. Again, hello. Let's see. Yep, hello, Sandy. And Sally Ann is sneaking in. So if you are brand new, let us know because we would love to welcome you. You can see that we chit chat a lot. If you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. Yeah, give us a shout out there because we'd like to talk to you there as well. So it's another Sunday, and my phone's decided that it wants to be in a different position, but that's okay because I can actually read your comments a little easier. So thank you, phone, for sliding. Yeah, and thank you, Facebook, for cooperating with us today. Karen and I did get to walk today, but wait, hold on a second. Sylvia says it got cold there again this weekend. I'm just going to sidetrack for a second because y'all know how much I love to sidetrack myself. Where, John, if you, and this is the last of the strawberries, Debbie, we'll talk about that in a second, but John, where was it this morning that we saw on the news that it was so cold? That it was so cold this morning, because I was just flabbergasted that it was still that cold somewhere at the end of May. But anyway, so I digress. But yeah, Karen and I did get to walk again today. It was very warm. We're going to have to build our stamina back up because it was, yeah, we had to stop a couple of times. Yeah, I'm just going to say, I don't know, COVID has got us so out of the habit because we had been up to 7 miles on Sundays, if y'all can believe that. 7. Okay, yeah, and it was Denver. Denver had snow this weekend. But we had gotten up to 7 miles on Sundays, and we're going to talk about activity. It has taken me this entire time since the first of COVID to convince myself that any walking is okay, is better than no walking. Okay, so we're going to talk about that during tonight's chat. But today is Sunday, May the 22nd. I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. If you didn't know this, if I'm talking really fast, because I do, and if you need to go back and just think, okay, just slow down. I want to see, and hello, Sandra from Naperville. It's good to see you too. If you think, okay, slow down a second. I didn't catch half of that, and I wasn't taking any notes. It's okay, because Jessica will post all of these notes at some point tomorrow, and those will be on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Hello, Sherry from Cape Coral, Florida, and she says it is hot. So Jessica will get those posted tomorrow. There are written notes for everything. So if you didn't know that, hello Vicky, you can go back to www.ifyouhaveanegg.com and you can print out notes for not every single chat, but if you need to print out notes for 273 chats, then just let me know and I will type some up for you. But Jessica will get those posted tomorrow, and Casey will get the YouTube videos posted. You will notice, if you're new, that this lasts for an hour. So an hour is a long time. I know you all are probably sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, this lasts for an hour. For me, I blink and I think, oh my gosh, it's already been an hour. Like, how can I squeeze all of this into an hour? It literally does not feel like I talk more than about 10 minutes. Hello, Patty. So if you're new and if you think, I can't sit here for an entire hour, just know that the first half of this, when it's posted on YouTube, the first half is all classroom. We will be, during the first half, we always go over whatever WW went over the week before, the prior week, so that you can get a refresher, or in case you don't have an in-person workshop to go to. Oh, and Sandy says, and she needs some of that 55-degree weather, or she needs some of that weather sent up there. But it's always what WW talked about the week prior. So if you don't have an in-person workshop, if you need a refresher, if you just think, oh no, I missed it, I was busy, I didn't know what was going on, you can always go back and print those out. And then, Debbie, okay, so Orlando Debbie is the only person here who has been live with me multiple times. And she says, it does not seem like an hour when you're actually there doing it. But anyway, then the second half, I will put on an apron, and you'll see that here in about 20 something minutes. And if you want to go back and watch that, if you just want to see the fun second part, and we're having a head-to-head strawberry compote challenge in the second half of tonight's. So if you just want to go back and watch that part, Casey divides them into 2 videos, so you can either go back and watch the entire hour or listen to it. Like if you're exercising or something, or if you're riding in the car. If you're riding in the car, please just listen to it. Well, if you're driving, please just listen to it. If you're riding, you can watch it, but if you're driving, please just listen. But it's a good thing to go back and listen to, like when you're exercising, driving, sitting at work, supposed to be working, with your headphones in. Anyway, so she will divide those up. Okay, so today is May the 22nd. Hello, Marlene. It's good to see you. Hello, and happy Sunday, everybody. If I didn't catch you, I will try to go back and catch you. Again, if you're brand new, please say hi and hello. Let us know that you're brand new, because we would love to welcome you. You don't have to be new to Weight Watchers, but if you are new to a Sunday night live with us, just let us know, and thank you all for the hearts. Those are very sweet. So a little bit of news for May. Okay, this one, I felt like an idiot after we got done last week. So, and hello, Marlene. I felt like an idiot last week after my gluten-free oats comment. So, and hello, Gina. So it has been brought to my attention that, and hello, Cynthia from Northeastern Ohio. It has been brought to my attention that all oats, so oats like quick cook oats, steel cut oats, so oats. So it has been brought to my attention that all oats are gluten-free. And I thought about, after we got done last week, I thought about that. Of course oats are gluten-free because they don't have any wheat in them. But it was gently brought to my attention that all oats are gluten-free, and I should have realized that. But what I didn't know is I was also told that if you are truly, truly gluten intolerant, so like you're not just eating oats because I like oats. I'm not gluten intolerant, but I just like them. And hello, Karen. But if you're truly gluten intolerant, or you have, issues with that, to get the certified gluten-free. So apparently, maybe they can be processed. And aloha, Kathy. Maybe oats can be processed somewhere where, it might have been processed with wheat. But anyway, so as silly as I felt for saying that oats that these oats were gluten-free, of course they're gluten-free, whatever. Yes, MK Lynn says cross-contamination. Then right behind that, I was told that if you really are gluten intolerant, that perhaps you should look for the kind that say certified gluten-free. Hello, Loretta, because it could make a difference. Okay, so now I don't feel so silly. So anyway, look for that. Okay, for those of you who are looking for a Feels Like I'm There virtual workshop, I have had many, many, many people tell me this week that they just got to go back to an in-person workshop only to find out that it's going to be closed, or that they found out in this last week or two that the in-person workshop they thought they were going to get to go back to is not ever going to open. Hello, Rita. So I wanted to let you know, if you need a It Feels Like I'm There workshop. Now, I love y'all coming here, but obviously I can't see you. we can only interact as much as you can type and as much as I can see that you're typing. But if you want a feels like I'm there virtual workshop, I want to remind you that my fearless leader, Gwen, so I attend Gwen's in-person workshops on Tuesdays. Hello, Katie, and I found your homework, so we'll talk about it in a second. But she still hosts a virtual workshop on Connect, and it's through Zoom on Thursday evenings at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm on Eastern Time right now, so I don't know where all y'all are at, but it is 8:11 here. So if you can just figure out, what that time is for you. So on Thursday evenings at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Gwen still has a virtual workshop. She's fantastic. So if you just need I need to feel like I'm actually at a meeting, I'm actually at a workshop. And thank you, Rita. I appreciate that this is your meeting. But if you know what I mean, if you want one where you can see, some other people, you can talk to some other people, Gwen has that one. I cannot share the link for it because you have to be an active WW member to be able to attend those. So all you have to do is go to Connect. And then once you get to Connect, just search for, and Debbie's right, Gwen is the mom. So, once and Lynn, have you been going on Thursday nights? So I introduced several people to Gwen back when none of us had in-person workshops, and a lot of y'all have hung with her. So I was going to the Sunday when I can't go to the Thursday night one, sadly, because I have other commitments on Thursday nights. Yeah, and Lynn has been going. So, okay, so if y'all want to see each other, a few of us are going to that 6:30 workshop. So if you just go to Connect, if you get on Connect, and then if you search for, Cynthia, Cynthia, seriously, put on your listening ears because I'm getting ready to tell you, go to the West Knoxville group. And Knoxville is spelled Knoxville. So West Knoxville group. And once you get to the West Knoxville group, go ahead and join that group. But then the Zoom link is in there. And that's every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. So you have to get up in the morning early, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and that's for Gwen. Okay, and then last bit of news for May. If you happen to be in or near Knoxville next Saturday, I am super pumped to announce that from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m., the Peach Tent from South Carolina is going to be set up in our parking lot out here. So if you are in or near Knoxville on May the 28th, this Saturday, May the 28th, from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m., you can come meet me, because I will be here next Saturday from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. And the Peach Tent will be set up out in our parking lot. And they have promised me such fresh peaches that they are picking them as we speak to get ready for this coming weekend, to get ready for Saturday. So they will be super, super fresh off the tree picked. And I think for a gallon container, it's $10. I'm pumped. I don't know about you all. Debbie, just come up. You've never come to see me. I always come to see you. So come see me just so you can get peaches, okay? Anyway, I am super pumped about peach season. So that's Saturday, May the 28th. Come to 5902 Kingston Pike if you are in or near Knoxville. 5902 Kingston Pike, Knoxville, Tennessee. I will be here from 10 until 1, and so will the Peach Tent. So anyway, if you are in or near Knoxville, I hope that you will come. I'm super excited, and just rest assured that means that next, Karen might be here again. So rest assured that next Sunday, so Sunday, May the 29th, if we have a chat, kind of debating since it's Memorial Day weekend, but if we have a chat, we'll be making something with peaches. Okay, so come next Saturday. Okay, so that's all of the news for this week, and I have just about talked us out of talked us out of almost 15 minutes of the first half of the chat. Okay, so that is all the news. So now I need to know who did attend an in-person workshop last week. So who sat your bottom in a little chair? Give me a thumbs up if you put your bottom in a little chair last week, or if you went to a virtual Zoom workshop, if you went to Gwen's or another virtual workshop last week, give me a thumbs up. And if you attend, Linda's bottom was in a green chair again. Do you sit in the same green chair every time, Linda? Is it your chair? Is that your green chair? Is your bottom print in it? Or do they mix them up? Or do you sit in a different one? Do you make your way around the room, or do you try to sit in the same seat every time? I'm just curious. Because I am very much not a creature of habit. I'll sit anywhere. And hello, Mary from Pittsburgh. It's good to see you. Oh, and Marlene says the Georgia Peach Truck is coming there on June 15th, and she's already pre-ordered. That is awesome. Okay, so thumbs ups for sitting your bottom in a chair or for attending a Zoom workshop. Hearts if you attended here with us live last week or if you watched later on demand. So, yep. Okay, hearts, yep. Oh, and Marianne sat in a green chair too. So bravo stickers for everybody who went to an in-person workshop last week, attended a virtual workshop, or who attended here with us last week or watched later on demand. Yeah. So congratulations, everybody. Here are your virtual bravo stickers. So last week we're still talking about myth busting. So the month of May is all about myth busting. Oh, and Hattie sits in the same seat every time, and Sandra sits in the same row almost every week. That's so funny. We sit at the same table every week, I think. I don't know. I just sit down wherever Karen's at, and I don't necessarily sit in the same seat. I think I've sat in almost every seat around the table. Anyway, so the month of May, and hello, Susie. It's good to see you. Yes, we are so glad that you made it tonight. So the whole month of May, we have been talking about myth busting, and we have just this week and next week, I think, are the only 2 weeks left in May for, to talk about myth busting. So last week we were talking about how to be kinder to yourself, which is a tough one. I know it's a tough one for everybody. And so we were talking about, playing the blame game with ourselves and saying things like, tough love, I've got to have tough love or I'm never going to achieve my goals. I've got to be hard on myself. You got to, why did you do this? You got to do this, whatever, just, being really rough on ourselves. And we talked about some myths that were busted. So, the myth that you can only succeed if you have tough love with yourself on this journey, absolutely not true. Actually, being too much tough love can actually can cause you to trip up on this journey. We had a girl at our in-person workshops, or a woman at our in-person workshops years and years ago, who would fuss at herself. Like, she would really, really get down on herself if she ate more than like a handful of cherry tomatoes or a handful of grapes. And we were all like, what? None of us are here because we were eating cherry tomatoes or grapes. I mean, none of us are here if we were eating a truckload of cherry tomatoes or grapes. We don't think that's the problem. I mean, it would be, if you need to measure them out, if you want to see what you're eating, that's great. But she was so tough on herself. She hasn't been in years. She has not come in years. So tough love just doesn't work. We also busted the myth that if you tell yourself it's okay if you mess up, that you'll just keep repeating that same behavior. No, there's forgiving yourself and showing a little compassion is okay. It's just when you get into I'll just throw caution to the wind, and I'll start over again next week or next month or next year, whatever, that's when it's an issue. But showing yourself a little compassion absolutely is not a problem in the big, in the grand scheme of things. And then the last myth was, if I keep stumbling over the same things every time, I must be fill in the blank. And I got a lot of stupid. I must be stupid, or I must be lazy, or I must be unsuccessful, or, those were a lot of the answers that I got. But on the contrary, if you keep stumbling over the same things every time, we decided, if you keep going down this same path and you keep stumbling over the same things, maybe you just need to take a different path. So your homework for last week was the Positive Path Club, hashtag the Positive Path Club. And I don't know if you've noticed a theme, but I've been trying to do clubs all this month. And I don't know if that makes it fun for you all or not, but I like being in a club. So you were supposed to think of a situation that always trips you up along that path, and how, you can take a break from it, or you can get away from it and you can take a little bit different path. So here are a few people that did their homework. Deanna has been a part of the Positive Path Club since I met her. So I've not known Deanna that long, but since the day I met her, and I doubt she'll be here tonight because she is it Texas Motor Speedway, I guess. She's enjoying some awesome racing tonight. So I seriously doubt that she will pop in to see us. But she has been a member of that Positive Path Club since I met her. She plans. I mean, she does a fantastic job of planning, and she has had some pretty big curveballs thrown her way, but she just doesn't ever let it get her down. I mean, that doesn't mean that she's it's okay, Sherry. That doesn't mean that just any homework, do any homework. But But that doesn't mean, that if she, gets sad about it or if it upsets her or whatever, I mean, that's okay. But she always just picks herself back up, dusts herself off, and moves on. So this week they're at a NASCAR race or NASCAR races. And it would have been really, really easy to trip up or to say, I don't get to eat anything. Everybody else is getting to enjoy themselves and I don't get to. So instead, she just planned what she was going to do, what she was going to enjoy, and she's given herself, cutting herself some slack on it. But she went in thinking, okay, this specific drink is the one that I have. This is the alcoholic beverage that I have when we're at these races. This is X number of points. I still want to enjoy myself. So she was going to make her own version of it. And it was significantly less points. I mean, it was like a huge amount less points, but I'm sure just as delicious. So that is awesome. So she researched all of this, made sure she knew what she was doing before they even got there. The next two ladies, I'm combining two people into one. Even though they technically did not do this as their homework, I think that we should welcome Karen H. and Lynn C. And I know Lynn is here, but I think we should welcome them as charter members of the Positive Path Club every single day. I don't know how, and I don't think they have missed more than a handful of days in the last couple of years, but somehow every single day, Karen H. and Lynn C. managed to come up with a positive thought, something beautiful to look at, something fun, and something that, darn it, every morning puts me on a positive path for the day. So whether they meant to do their homework or not, I think we should welcome them as charter members of that club because they get us started in a positive manner every single day. And then I did want to say, Katie came sliding in there at the last minute. Her goal for last week was just to turn in her homework. That's all she wanted to do this week was just turn in her homework. And you know what? That is an awesome goal to have. And with 5 minutes to spare, and I had to hurry and go find it, but with 5 minutes to spare, she did get her homework turned in. So Katie gets an extra Bravo sticker for sticking to it. So she met a star goal this week, planning to do her homework, getting it done. It was specific. She wanted to do her homework. It was truly doable. She knew she could get it done, even if it was at the last minute. It was an actionable. She was going to do something instead of not doing something, and she made it realistic. So Katie worked 60 plus hours a week. 60. I know some people who aren't even awake 60 hours a week. So Katie works 60 plus hours a week. And she said it makes it hard to stay positive and motivated because she doesn't always know what she's going to eat. So she has started doing a grocery pickup on Mondays, and she picks it up on the way to the group home. So she has some healthy and happy options. Awesome job, Katie. That is so awesome. I'm so proud of you for doing your homework this week. So Bravo stickers for everyone who did their homework this week. This week's homework is so stinking easy. Everybody better do it. I'm just saying. Okay, so quickly, because I've not left us a lot of time, this week's homework is this week's topic is how to squeeze some movement into every day. So if I ask you a question, if I say, hey, did you get in some exercise today? How would you answer that question? So just go ahead and take a moment and answer that while I get a sip of water. So if I just wandered up to you today and said, hey, did you get some exercise in today? How would you answer that? Come on, a couple of people answer. Cynthia says, kind of. Okay, what do you mean by kind of? Linda said something. Susie said no. Okay, thanks for being honest. Melinda said she did because she parked further away from the grocery store. Debbie said sorta. Okay, so we're getting a lot of, some ambiguous, answers. So what if I asked you, did you walk your dog today? What would you say? Marianne says a little. What if I said, did you walk your dog today? What if I asked, did you play with your child or grandchild today? What if I said, did you dig in your flower bed or your garden today? Okay, yep. Okay, Sandy just answered. Sandy, that's weird. How did you know I was gonna answer that or ask that question? Oh my goodness. And Linda says, I ride my bicycle 93 minutes. 93? 93 minutes. Holy cow. And Sandra jumped rope. That is awesome. Okay, so after those three questions, when I said, did you walk your dog? Did you play with your child or grandchild? Did you dig in your flower bed or garden today? And then I said, so did you get in some exercise today? Now, how would you answer? Okay, so we've got some myths about exercise, about moving, about whether or not we're moving and whether or not we're getting some, some movement in. So myth number 1, if you don't exert yourself for at least 30 minutes at a time, you might as well not even bother. So is that true or false? False. So the fact is, good job, Sherry. So the fact is, while it is good to get 30 minutes per day of movement, while it is good to do that if you can, just fitting in multiple small amounts of moving, like dancing while you clean, maybe you're dancing and singing while you're cleaning, or you could get up and hula hoop during commercials, something like that, that counts as moving. So small movements during the day, those also count as moving. Myth number 2, it doesn't count if you don't sweat. So that's a big joke with John and I. We have a friend who's a trainer, and we say if you don't throw up and sweat that you have not actually worked out with Becca. That's just a joke between us. So facts, according to healthline.com, you are in fact are not burning any more calories just because you're sweating during a workout. And if you sweat or how much you sweat is actually more due to other conditions such as how hard you're working out, the weather conditions. So like today, Karen and I were sweating before we ever left our cars, okay? Like we were already sweating. Genetics, some people are genetically predisposed to sweat more than others. Health conditions, some people have health conditions that make them sweat more or that keep them from sweating. And then where you exercise. So like I have it turned down to a meat locker in here. If I started exercising right now, I probably would not sweat. So that's a myth. Just because you sweat doesn't mean that you're getting a better workout. And then the last one is office jobs are sedentary. That is false. So many of them are only sedentary if you let them be. 2 cases in point, Gwen has a member in another group. It's not the one I go to, but a member in another group who sits at a desk all day. And she said, my job is so sedentary. I'm not getting any steps in. It's so sedentary. I'm not getting any movement in. So she wore a fitness tracker for a couple of weeks, and she found out that she was actually getting more steps during the day at her sedentary job than she was after she got home. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually more active at work than I am when I get home. So then she had to kick it up a notch after she got home. And then case in point number 2, I own a business that keeps me tied to a very small part of our building. So I was getting really frustrated with my during the day, lack of steps, because since we've moved into this building, I'm just not getting a lot during the day. So I made a couple of changes. Now I get up and come up front to greet each client. I do not let them bring them to me. I come to get every single one of them. I walk them to both rooms and then back again to both rooms. And as I complete each project, I take it up the stairs to our expediting office and then come back down. Just doing those little things, and that takes an extra couple of minutes each time. And the customers don't notice it. That has added almost 2,000 steps a day. So that's not 30 minutes of activity at one time, but that's over the course of my day, that's added about 2,000 steps, an extra 2,000 steps a day. So this week's homework is hashtag the Just Get Up Club. I'll spell it. It's hashtag THEGETUPCLUB. Hashtag, I know I'll make them long. Hashtag the Just Get Up. The Just Get Up Club. So your homework for this week is hashtag the Just Get Up Club, and you can all do this one. And as a matter of fact, I honestly expect to hear from there's like 13,000 of you all, okay? I expect to hear from all 13,000 of you. Okay, not really, but this one's so easy. Thank you, Lynn. This one's so easy. I expect to hear from a large number of you all. All you have to do to be in the Just Get Up Club, thank you, Debbie. All you have to do to be in the Just Get Up Club is one day move in one way that you normally don't move in, okay? You could take email to a coworker, and you could change the channel with your finger instead of with the remote, if your TV still has those kind of buttons. If you can find it, if you can find those buttons, or you could dance with a toddler at the end of the credits to Tangled. Just saying, John. Literally anything. And then tag me. You all know the drill, you know what to do. And we are almost out of time for the first half, and we have a challenge in the second half. So I'm going to quickly say, tag me on Instagram if you have an egg, tag me on the Facebook page, go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and yes, Sandra, it is time for some water. Go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and comment there, tag me. But I expect every single person to do their homework, okay? Not kidding. I expect everybody to do it. Okay, so we are at the end of our first 30 minutes, so everybody grab some water. Sandra just reminded us that we all need to get some water. I am going to get some. I am also going to put on my apron, so I promised you I promised you, if you are new and if you need to go back and just watch the second half of this, you will always know when we get to the second half, because if I am here, then I will put on an apron. Okay, so let's get this on, and then let me get my hair out of the way, because I definitely do not want any hair in what we're getting ready to make, because I will have the employees of KC Kitchen Center trying this on Tuesday to let me know. So we are going to do a this is going to be a strawberry compote challenge. We're going to make strawberry compote 2 different ways. Oh, and y'all, when I put my apron on, Dusty got up and moved around. Say hello, everybody. Oh, and y'all got a big yawn. Okay. So we're going to make strawberry compote 2 different ways. One of the ways we're going to make it is how Debbie said to make it. So Orlando Debbie, who is here with us right now, sent me the idea for one way to make it, and then someone else sent me the idea for how to make it another way. Okay, so let me get my hair braided real quick. Let's go ahead. Oh, and thank you, Cynthia. Let me go ahead and get this turned on. Just because it takes that thing forever to heat up. So that is our little camping eye, because we do not actually have a working stovetop here at KC Kitchen Center, which makes it a little bit harder sometimes. Okay, while I am braiding my hair and getting another sip of water. So everybody get your sip of water. I'm Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. This is the second half of chat number 273, and we were talking about squeezing some movement into your day, but in the second half we are having a strawberry compote challenge. So if you did not already know that Alyssa and I have been overrun with strawberries out of our garden for the last couple of weeks, then you've just not been here. Okay, so a couple of quick comments about the strawberries. Last week, if you didn't see last week, I tried, I think it was 5 different ways of making them last longer. So Alyssa is my granddaughter. We have a little garden space downtown. Someone a few years ago was kind enough to plant some strawberry plants there, and the runners have continued to keep them fresh and new and everything. And I cleaned out the beds this year, and I took out all of the older plants that were, that just weren't going to be producing anymore, and let the runners be the new plants. So that's how they regenerate themselves. And mulch them, or not mulch them, I composted, added some compost and some other things, but this is all organic. We didn't add any chemicals, no pesticides, no anything. So, oh my gosh, and Sylvia ate a whole quart of strawberries this week. I probably have too. So our strawberries are so happy that it almost to the point of irritating. And I'm not begrudging or belittling this. I'm so happy to have these strawberries, but it is literally almost to the point of it's been like, I've got to go collect strawberries again. Oh, let me show you real quick. This is my little buddy for today. Look, it's a little Tinkerbell. It's a little Tinkerbell fairy garden that I also got this weekend. Anyway, sorry, I love to have little, I don't know, I just love little things like this. Okay, so anyway, I am not begrudging having the strawberries. Loving it. Strawberry season is done. I had a lady explain to me, a lady who cans quarts of all kinds of food, explained to me that as soon as it hit 90 degrees, that strawberry season was over. Okay, guess what? It hit 90 degrees the last 2 days, and our strawberries are so dinky. They're so dinky. So strawberry season is over. I tried 5 different methods of strawberry preservation. You'll have to go back and watch last week's chat to hear about that. Or if you want to get the notes on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, those are already posted on there, just to let you know. I'm going to tell you though, aside from freezing, so obviously freezing is going to keep them, intact for months, but then they're frozen. As far as fresh strawberries, the glass jar, don't wash them, don't cap them, don't do anything to them. Like, I didn't even wash the dirt off of them, because again, these don't have pesticides or anything. They're out of our garden. Like, we would just eat them out of the garden. The glass jar with the lid method, these strawberries are almost 3 weeks old. Those are almost 3 weeks old in this glass jar, and we're going to use part of them tonight. So those are almost 3 weeks old. This one is like 3 days old. Okay? Look what a difference. Thank you, Sherry. Look what a difference. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So the glass jar method is definitely, I mean, like that's the way to go. Okay? Like next year, if they're this prolific, we will be doing tons of flash jars. I can see that in my future. Okay, we're going to cap some strawberries really quickly. I'll be talking while I'm showing you this. If you don't already have Swedish dishcloths, what are you doing? We do sell these here at Casey Kitchen Center. This is going to catch every bit of strawberry juice that I'm getting ready to make, with these overripe strawberries. So now that it's time to use these strawberries, I'm just going to cap each one of them, and I'm going to cut it in half. Uh-oh, and Dusty thinks we have actual food. So I'm just going to cap each one, and if it's of any decent size, then I'm going to cut it in half. And see, did you see how little those are? So they are starting to get, really small. And yes, Vicki, I did put the jar in the refrigerator. So the first thing that we're going to try for this strawberry compote is a recipe that Orlando Debbie sent me. And this is going to be a strawberry compote that's going to be made on a stovetop. So that is why I went ahead and got my little eye over there going. So you're just going to take your preferably fresh strawberries. You're going to cap them. Like if you bought these at the store, go ahead and wash them. Y'all know I'm not a germaphobe. Like bug germs don't bother me. So these have probably had roly-polies walking on them, and whatever. That doesn't bother me. I don't do people germs because people are nasty. Animals are, or bugs, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so go ahead and get them clean and then cap them. Now, Debbie's recipe calls for 6 heaping cups of frozen strawberries. Well, these are the last of my fresh strawberries out of my garden. We have just a teeny tiny bit more of them at home. But these are the last of the fresh strawberries out of our garden. So we're only going to be doing about a cup instead of 6 heaping cups of frozen strawberries. But her recipe calls for 6 heaping cups of frozen strawberries or other frozen fruit. So if you want to do some other kind of a compote, maybe this is not food for dogs. He's really very sure that this is food for dogs. But any kind of fruit. So I guess you could do, you could probably, any kind of frozen fruit. So you could probably do you could do blueberries, raspberries, whatever. So 6 heaping cups of frozen fruit. And in her recipe, you've got 4 tablespoons of monk fruit, a tablespoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and then you're going to heat it. Okay, so I'm going to be, and Debbie just said she reduces the recipe all the time. Okay, so for the sake of time, we are going to reduce this. And see, now I am washing my hands. I've never given Dusty a strawberry, Cynthia, but I'm washing my hands on the on that Swedish dishcloth. Look how clean they are. Okay, so since we don't have since I don't have 6 cups, we're going to put in about a half a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to put in a half a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of monk fruit. And if you all want to know what monk fruit is, because trust me, these strawberries are stinking sweet. So I'm going to put in a tablespoon of monk fruit. And I've probably got a generous cup of strawberries in there. And I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon. I'm going to put in a teaspoon, of lemon juice, just to keep it from turning brown. You are okay. And then I'm also going to add a half of a teaspoon of sugar-free, let me show it to you, of sugar-free fruit pectin, just to help thicken it up a little bit. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put in just a little bit of water. Stir it all together. And we are going to go over here and get this on some high heat. So according to Debbie's instructions, these are going to go on high heat, and we're going to stir it every 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get that going. Now, method 2, this is a recipe that someone else gave me who did not want to be mentioned. That is A-okay. This one is to go in the microwave. So this one, we're going to use same amount of strawberries. Again, these are all fresh, and I'm sorry he's crying. We might see if he wants a strawberry, if that would make him happy. I don't know, I've never given him a strawberry. Here. And he has already had his supper, so he is good to go. We're going to use the same amount of strawberries, and he did not want the strawberry. Apparently, he just wants to talk to you all. So we're going to cap these quickly. So how many of you all, hello Julie. So Julie just finished her dinner and she is joining us now. Julie, we are having a strawberry compote showdown. So we are making strawberry compote on a stovetop, and we are also making it in the microwave to see which one turns out better. You are okay, buddy. I do not know. I have no idea what he's crying about. We may have to just let him down. Here, you can get down and run around. Here, get down. Go get some water. Okay. So let's let him go over there and run around for a few minutes and see if that will appease him. We're doing same amounts of strawberries. These are fresh, like end of the season strawberries. These are the last, kind of the last dregs of what Alyssa and I had in the garden. No, I don't know what you want, but nope. Nope. I don't know what he thinks I have. But anyway, so these are last of the fresh strawberries that we had. And Julie, we were just discussing that the strawberries in the glass jar lasted way longer. I mean, way longer than any of the other methods that I tried. Of course, strawberries in the freezer, that's going to last the longest, but this was as far as, fresh strawberries lasting the longest. Okay, and I promise I'm just about done. So this one's going to be the microwave. We also have them going on the, no, he has gone out. So Melinda, he has actually gone out to investigate something in the showroom. There's no telling. There is no telling. He's old. He's already eaten. John says he has dogmentia. Anyway. Yeah, there's no telling. But yeah, so glass jar. So these in the glass jar, it's like they've been there like 3 weeks, and they still look just like they did. I did not wash them. I didn't do anything to them. So no, we can't go outside. We can't go outside. We're almost done. Okay, so we're gonna add the same things to this one. We're gonna do the. Hopefully that's actually heating over there so that we can finish this experiment tonight. Let me see. Okay, yep, that's getting hot. So we're going to do the 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. Nope, I don't know what you want, but we're not going out. And we're going to do a teaspoon of lemon juice. Woo! I keep squirting that lemon juice. We're going to do a teaspoon of lemon juice. And then we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar-free pectin just to help thicken it up. No. You're fine. You are fine. I don't know what you want. And a tablespoon of monk fruit. Tablespoon of monk fruit, and then we're going to add just a little bit of water and stir it all together. I don't know what you need. Speak English. You need to learn to speak English. Okay, and then I'm going to put these in the microwave. I'm going to put these in the microwave for 2 minutes. Okay, I'll be right back. unplug the microwave when I... Well, these strawberries smell good anyway. Okay, so 2 minutes. And I'm going to go see if I can appease him real quick while those are heating up. I promise I will be right back. Okay, so we've got strawberries cooking. Ooh, okay, those are coming to a boil now, and they smell fantastic. And he is going to be very mad, if you can hear him, he's going to be very mad because I just put him in another room. I do not know what he is so mad about. Okay, and wait, Debbie, what did you just ask me? Debbie said, did you cover the ones in the microwave? They will pop. Okay, let me go find something to cover those with. That's a good point. Okay, so while Dusty's working, let's go cover the ones in the microwave. Ooh, and the ones on the stove smell so good. They smell so good. Let's give them a quick stir. So Debbie, what all kinds of fruit have you made this way, Debbie? And I'm making this compote instead of the jam. So I had looked at, we had talked about a sugar-free strawberry jam last week is what we were talking about making, and I had bought some, oh, why are we paused? So am I paused for you all? Keep going. Keep going. That's too funny. For some reason, I think it's mad because I just put Dusty in another room. But anyway, Debbie, what kinds of other things have you been making the compote out of? So I decided to make the compote instead of the jam. Because I made some of my fat-free cream cheese recipe. I made some of my fat-free cream cheese recipe, which is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and to go with the English muffins that I had gotten, and I can't wait. So I can't wait to try those. Okay, let's check the ones in the microwave. The ones on the stove are coming to a nice little boil. Oh my goodness. I wish y'all could smell it in here. I wish you could smell this. Okay, so we're going to stir it, and we're going to put it in there for another minute. So if y'all can see this, that's the microwave version. We're going to put it in here for another minute. And yes, thank you, Debbie, for reminding me to cover it. Okay, for another minute on high. It smells so much. Like, I can't explain the effervescence. I don't know. I can't explain the strawberry wafting. It smells so good in here. So good in here. And I sincerely apologize about Dusty barking. He's totally fine. He's in the kids' room. Okay, let's get these going. And that little bit of water that I put in there with it, so I added just a tiny bit of water to both of them, and it's making like a syrup. So right now we just have strawberries, so I made a very much smaller batch of both of these just because these are the end of the season, you know, for the strawberries. But you can make as much or as little as you want. When Debbie makes this, well, Debbie's recipe, not necessarily how she makes it, but her recipe is for 6 heaping cups of frozen fruit. So you could do strawberries, blueberries, you could do any kind of frozen fruit, 4 tablespoons of monk fruit, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and a tablespoon of lemon juice. I did about a cup of strawberries in the microwave, and I'm doing about a cup of strawberries on top of the stove. And so I reduced the amounts of everything else that I put in there. I put in about 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. I put in 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and I do have a potato masher. I do, Debbie. We're getting ready to do that part. And then I did a half of a teaspoon of sugar-free fruit pectin, just to help kind of thicken it up. And then I did a tablespoon of monk fruit. So the reason that I picked the monk fruit, A, Orlando Debbie talks about it all the time, and B, of the non-sugar sweetener options, monk fruit is supposed to tolerate heat. It's supposed to tolerate heat better. That and stevia, and I don't buy stevia. I do have Truvia that has sugar and stevia in it, but I decided instead of using the Truvia, I didn't want to cheat with the actual sugar, so I'm trying it with monk fruit. I can tell you from the smell, if the smell tells you anything about how this is going to taste, it's going to taste fantastic. So these smaller batches, we're going to be eating those here at Casey Kitchen Center. So I decided, since we were doing a challenge, since we were going to do a showdown between the on the stove version versus the microwave version, that we would make 2 smaller batches. And then I'm going to have the girls here at Casey Kitchen Center. We're not going to let Chris try it. He's our only boy. We're not going to let him try it. I'm going to have them try it on Tuesday to see what they think. But since we're doing the showdown, I'm making 2 smaller batches. So again, it's a cup of strawberries, and everything else, the amount is reduced. So you can make as little or as much as you want. But from everything that I read, this should keep in the refrigerator for about a week. So I wouldn't eat more than you think that you could consume in about a week. Okay, let's give one last try. Let's give one last stir to the one that's on the stove. I'm going to go ahead and grab the one out of the microwave so we can smush it up. Ooh. It is so hot. Let me grab a towel. Where is my towel? Here it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab the one out of the microwave. And I will say it is super hot. So be very careful. Okay, and it did run over just a tiny bit. So that's going to be one. That is going to be one for the microwave version. Is it did run over just a tiny bit. And then I have been told that this is the final thing to do, is to take a potato masher and go ahead and mash all that up as, as thick or as much like jam as you want it. And then we're going to spoon these out into the jars. And I'll say maybe a tiny bit less water. So Debbie, do you add any water to yours, or do you just let the Debbie uses hers on top of banana bread, a microwave mud cake. I see another microwave mud cake in her future. Oat bowls, so all kinds of things. And I have perhaps chosen way too big of a jar. That is okay, because that will be for some easy spooning out when it is time. Let's see if I can get the last little bit of that out here. Okay, so this is the microwave. This is the microwave strawberry compote. It smells fantastic. And the girls will be trying this on Tuesday. And Okay, and Debbie lets hers cook until it is a thick syrup and not so watery. So for the sake of time, we're gonna have to let it be watery. And maybe I'll make some more the right way next time. Okay, and let's see, this is the last call for the stovetop. And Dusty is so unhappy with us. So unhappy with us for not including him in this last little part, but you know, that's what happens when you get up and move around too much. Okay, I will say the stovetop is thicker. So this one is thicker. I think if you let it cook a little longer, I can see what Orlando Debbie is saying about it becoming just a thick syrup. So if you have, we're going to see how it tastes on Tuesday. Okay, so we will not know. I'm not going to try it tonight because it's hot. It smells fantastic. The kitchen smells amazing. So we will try these on Tuesday, but I can say at first blush, the one in the microwave is quicker. It's quicker. It did make a little mess in the microwave. It smells just as good, but the one in the pan, this is definitely going to be thicker. So I'm going to say Debbie's method wins. Her method wins for thickness and presentation, and we will see what the girls say on Tuesday about taste. This is the microwave version. This is the stovetop version, and we will find out on Tuesday what they think. So we'll get this recipe posted after Tuesday, after the girls have had a chance to try both of them, just so that we can give you an honest opinion about it. But I hope you all have enjoyed my summer of strawberries. Strawberry season is officially over, so we shouldn't be posting any more strawberry recipes unless it has the compote on top of it. And next up is peach season. So don't forget, if you are in or around Knoxville next Saturday, that is May the 28th, and this is 2022. So if you're watching this in 2023, 2024, and beyond, you missed it. So the peach tent will be here on May the 28th from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. at 5902 Kingston Pike if you happen to be in this area. And I'll be here too. So I hope y'all had another great week. I had so much fun. I'm going to go rescue Dusty so that he can calm down. But if you are watching this later on YouTube, go ahead and let that next video roll over. It's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. Let that next video roll over. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can hear dogs barking all the time if you want to. So go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the little bell so that you'll be notified the next time we post a video. But y'all have a great week, and I absolutely cannot wait to try these. I'm so excited for Tuesday. But y'all have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Good night.